guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, King Sinbad. But as always, guys, you guys can call me Sin. Alright, guys, I got a good show for y'all today. Oh, yeah. I got you guys, what if Madara Uchiha was reincarnated into Naruto, Part 4. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, guys, so, last time when we left off, Land of Waves arc. Okay, so Itachi, Sasuke, Naruto, or Madara, however you prefer it. I don't know who you guys are talking about because they're the same person. But anyway, Naruto and Madara, or God dang it, Naruto or Madara, and Itachi, Sasuke, and Sakura, they're all inside of the Hokage's office. Now remember, Fugaku is the 5th Hokage, so Sasuke asked Itachi to give us a harder mission, and well, Fugaku gave them a C rank mission. Now, of course, this is when the bridge builder Tazuna comes in. He says, "Huh?" He says, "Well, you know," he's kind of looking at the team. He says, "Well, the older one looks like he can protect me, but the rest, ugh." And he says it out loud, and he says, "These kids, what are they gonna do? They ain't gonna be able to protect crap. They wouldn't be able to protect a freaking flea." And this is when Sasuke starts saying, well, he doesn't get like mad, like Sakura says, "Who, you know, Sakura has to be the loud one, because it's just out of character for anybody else to do it." And she says, who you calling worthless?" And this is when you just see Naruto or Madara sneak up right behind Tazuna, and he says, and holds a kunai to the throat of Tazuna, and he says, "See, this is what happens when you get a little bit too cocky, old man. If I were you, I'd accept the help that you're getting right now, because this is as best it's gonna get. Got it?" And Tazuna's like, at this point, he's trying not to pee him. You know, he's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever you say, kid." And Naruto, Madara, puts his kunai away and puts it back in his pouch. And anyway, Fugaku gives Itachi the layout of the mission, and Itachi says, "Alright, Team 7 will accept this mission." Now, of course, Naruto, or Madara, he puts on his red armor, his gunbai, his fan blade, you know, and he gets his scythe and puts it on his back, and he says, "Alright, I'm all ready for this mission. Should be a breeze. I don't feel threatened by anything from what I've heard." Now, they all meet at the West Gate. Of course, they set out for the Land of Waves. Now, Tazuna is saying, "Hey, how come all these three of you guys look alike? Are y'all brothers or something?" And Itachi says, "Well, something like that." And Sasuke says, "Hey, what do you mean something like that? We are brothers." And Madara, or Naruto, says, "Well, here we go again." And this is when Naruto kind of just stops for a second. Now it's just like a real quick second. He closes his eyes and he activates his 3 Tomoe Sharingan in both of his eyes, and he says, "Genjutsu, eh? So it looks like we got a couple of rats snooping around. This should be entertaining." Now this is when he deactivates the fully developed Sharingan. He deactivates it, Did I say develop? Alright, I meant to say deactivate. He deactivates his Sharingan. Alright, I'm just gonna let you guys know. His Sharingan, just the Tomoe, it's already reached 3 Tomoe, which is the final stage in a fully developed Sharingan. Regular Sharingan. And of course, it's manifested in both of the eyes, so that way I don't have to keep on saying that. I'll just say Sharingan. But anyway, Madara deactivates his Sharingan, and he says, in 3, 2, 1. All you just see are the Demon Brothers come out. Now, Itachi, he already noticed them, same as, Naruto. And Naruto says, hey, Itachi, look out. And Itachi says, yeah, I'm aware. And of course, the Demon Brothers come out, and of course, Itachi takes care of them with relative ease, putting them under a genjutsu, and of course, they basically sing like a freaking canary, and they tell all the secrets. And this is when you just see Madara take the scythe off his back, and he decapitates the Demon Brothers because they were wanted dead or alive. Now, basically, you have to, if you kill them, you have to take their heads. So, he obviously takes the heads, and of course, he burns the bodies, so that way nobody can do anything with the bodies. And of course, he puts the heads in a knapsack. Excuse me. And of course, he cleans his scythe off because, not wanting the blood to rust his blade. So he puts his scythe back on his back, and he says, alright. And of course, Itachi says, alright, Tazuna. Alright, Tazuna. What are you not telling us? And of course, now they've already crossed the border to the land of waves from the land of fire. And this is when he just gives them a quick rundown. So the C rank turns into a B rank mission. Of course, Itachi feels comfortable with, at least with Naruto, because he's the only one to rival Itachi in that group. Matter of fact, he doesn't just rival. I mean, he's the strongest Uchiha in the entire Uchiha clan. And Itachi is second best. But anyway, this is when you see a mist rolling in. Now, of course, Madara says, this is child's play. Of course, he feels a disturbance. He throws a kunai. Well, not a kunai. He throws just a regular shuriken. And, of course, a snow bunny comes out. And then Sakura says, what did you do that for, Naruto? You're not as cool as... And this is when Madara says, shut up. Everybody, do you know what's different? Tell me, why is there a snow bunny when the season is summer? Doesn't make sense. Its fur coat shouldn't be white, it should be brown. And Sakura says, what are you talking about? And Madara says, look, you brain dead idiot, look. If you can't obviously tell, that's a freaking snow bunny. Its coat shouldn't be white, it should be brown. Well, no, actually, more spring than summer. My bad. And then Sakura looks closer and said, "Oh my gosh, you're right." And then this is when Madara hears a blade coming towards him. He says, "Wait, I know that sound from anywhere." He says, "Everybody duck!" And he pushes Tazuna to the ground, and of course everybody else ducks. And of course the executioner blade lands on the frickin' tree, and Zabuza jumps on top of the on the handle of the executioner blade. He says, "Good senses there, boy. You'll be the first one I kill." Now, of course, Zabuza says, "Look, I'm feeling merciful today. Why don't you just give me the bridge builder, and I'll let all of you go." Come on, that sounds like a fair deal, doesn't it? Now, this is when Madara stands up and he says, "Zabuza Momochi, huh?" And then Zabuza says, "So it seems like even children recognize me. I guess my reputation precedes me." "But no matter. It doesn't change the fact. Since you're not wanting to give me the bridge builder, it's not going to change the fact that I'm going to kill you all." And then this is when Itachi says, "Alright, all of you, stand back." And this is when Itachi activates his Sharingan. He says, "I'll take care of this." And Zabuza says, "Wait, an uchiha? Oh, crap. Well, I didn't expect to run into one of you. But don't think just because you're an uchiha that I'm gonna run away." And of course, this is when Itachi and Zabuza basically start fighting. And this is when Madara activates his Sharingan. He says, "If Itachi can't even handle this, I guess I'll have to step in." Now, part of Madara is thinking he's got this, and then the other part is thinking, I hope he doesn't got this, because then it gives me a chance just to let loose so I can just bash some skulls in. Yeah, that's where he's kind of in his mind right now. And, well, anyway, the fight's going on a little bit longer than anticipated, and this is when Itachi says, "I didn't expect it to be this difficult, but can't believe I have to use my Mangekyo for this." And this is when Madara says, "Itachi, stop." And then Itachi says, "Naruto, what are you doing?" And this is when Madara would say, "Don't use your Mangekyo, not yet." And this is when Madara activates his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan in both of his eyes. He says, "I'll take care of this. There's no reason for you to risk your eyesight just to take care of trash like this." Now, of course, this is when you start saying, hold on. But anyway, this is when you just see this pop up. Okay, that's a terrible trash. Alright, but anyway, this is where you see this. Basically just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Now, Zabuza, he's crapping himself. Like, he's never seen anything like this. Like, now, hold on. Like, hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so this is when you kind of see... Alright, so pretend, like... Alright, the picture I just showed you, yeah, that, but only, like, half of that, and you see swords instead of them doing the hand sign thingy. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys seen Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance forces, you guys know what I'm talking about. See the swords come out, and basically Madara basically just one-shots Zabuza. Now, he doesn't kill him, but he critically injures him. However, this is when Haku has to step in and throws needles. Now, Madara ain't stupid. He's gonna see through the lies. Now, this is when Haku has to make a quick decision. Okay, do I take him on, or do I grab the body and hit and run? Let's just say this. He chooses option B, hit and run. So anyway, Haku throws a smoke bomb, and now, of course, none of this is getting past Madara. Anyway, he somehow manages to barely escape. Now, Madara, his first instinct is to go hunt them down. But Itachi says, Naruto, that's enough. We need to focus on the mission. And this is when Madara responds with, but if we don't take care of them now, they're going to interfere with the mission later. And Itachi says, I know that, but we still have to focus on getting this mission done. And this is when Madara would just say, well, you're the leader, so I'll do what you say. And Itachi says, thank you. Now, of course, this is when he deactivates his Mangekyo Sharingan, deactivates his regular Sharingan, and, of course, the Susanoo disappears. And, of course, this is when they all go to Tazuna's house. Now, originally in the series, this is where Kakashi would have them do the chakra control training, but since Madara already knows how to do all that crap, Itachi just mainly sets that up for Sasuke, because Sakura already knows how to do it, which was the only thing she was actually somewhat useful for. But anyway, Sasuke is basically working on his chakra control. Meanwhile, Sakura is basically spending her time in the house while Madara and Itachi are basically training. Now, this is when Madara says, alright, activate your Mangekyo Sharingan. And Itachi says, alright. This is when he activates his Mangekyo Sharingan. And he says, alright, bring out the Susanoo. And Itachi's like, Susanoo? You mean that thing that you did? And this is when he says, yes. Now, hold on, guys, this is when Madara automatically just activates his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and you see the Susanoo, but it's just the one face, not the two face, but it still has the 4 arms, and each of the arms have a blade in their hands. Now, of course, this is when... Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. One of my friends called. He was just telling me some news. But anyway, moving on. Madara was telling Itachi, all right, activate your Mangekyo Sharingan and activate the Susanoo. He says this is the third and the most powerfulest power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. He says only if you were to gain the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, you can push the Susanoo to its absolute limits. However, if you were to unlock the Rinnegan before then, that'd be able to substitute for the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and then you'll be able to use the perfect Susanoo. And of course, this is when he asks, what the heck is the perfect Susanoo? He says it's the Susanoo's true and final form. And that's when it's at its most powerfulest too. And Itachi says, so, that's it, huh? And he says, and of course this is when Madara says, alright, deactivate your Mangekyo. There ain't no need for you to go blind. And of course he says, right. And of course this is when he Madara deactivates his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and deactivates the Sharingan, and hold on. And this is when they just continue their regular training and sparring. And of course, Itachi notices that he can use wood style. Because remember guys, in the last video, I gave him Hashirama cells. So therefore, he's able to use wood style. Now, Itachi, he'll unlock the Rinnegan closer to the middle of the tuning exams, because that's just how he is. Alright guys, so I got a question. Do you guys want Madara to master Hashirama's version of Sage Mode, or do you guys still want him to get Naruto's Sage Mode? Let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, Itachi and Madara, or Naruto, they're basically just fighting and sparring, improving their skills. Now, Madara is teaching a lot to Itachi about how to properly use the wood style and the many different ways that you can use wood style. Now, you know what? I'm going to let you guys off on a cliffhanger. Madara says, alright Itachi, let's head back to Tazuno's house. And of course we'll be finishing up in the next episode where Madara we'll finish up the Land of Waves arc, and then we'll get straight into the tuning exams. Yeah, so without further ado guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, turn that bell notification on so that way you guys can stay posted on all of my awesome content. And don't forget to share this video with all your friends on your social media platforms. But without further ado guys, see you guys later. Peace out and adios, mi amigos.